What up, everybody? Another video for you guys. This isn't really like a movie review or a game review. I'm just talking about a certain game that's coming out, and unfortunately why I decided not to support it. Kind of took me a while to make this video, I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't sure if I was going to, but now I think my decision is pretty much made up. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I was very, like 10 out of 10 excited for this game when they announced it a couple years ago. When they showed the first story-driven trailer. No gameplay though. I was very excited. I really wanted the story to be good. And I do think the story, just like everyone else is saying that has played the alpha test, the story, hands down, is the best part of this game. I'll get to my reason why I'm not supporting it in a second, but let me just give you a bit of backstory. I was gonna buy it, but I've been burned way too many times, and like with this new generation of gaming. Started off with God of War Ragnarok. I felt like I got screwed over for my money there. Huge, diehard God of War fan over here. I grew up with the original versions of God of War. Absolutely love them. Still play them to this day. I love Kratos as a character. I loved the God of War on the PS4. And I thought Ragnarok was going to do something different. Obviously, they don't change the mechanics of the game. Why would you? I liked the new style. I liked the new style of fighting. But the way they did the story and everything, to me, it just felt like a cash grab. It was supposed to be 2 games, and they crammed it all into one. Jedi Survivor, I was very excited for. The game was super buggy for me. Kept crashing on me. I couldn't make it through halfway through the game. I was enjoying the story. I was enjoying the game. Performance-wise, I couldn't play it. It kept crashing on me, so I got rid of it. I traded it in. It was worth a whole fucking $10 at GameStop. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Gotham Knights, decent story with characters I love, good voice acting, terrible gameplay, terrible open world. Even though I do like RoboCop Rogue City, it's still very buggy and unfinished. So this unfinished thing is definitely, like everyone says, it's not new. It's definitely ruining video games. It's definitely ruining the industry, and it's definitely ruining the magic of playing video games. And don't get me wrong, I love a good story when I'm gaming. That's one of the things that hooks me in. But at the end of the day, it's a video game first before it's a movie. And I'll take amazing, good gameplay over a shitty story any day of the week. I can't really take a good story over shitty gameplay because I don't think it's really worth it. Like Gotham Knights, you would have to suffer through an hour and a half of gameplay just to get to a cutscene, which is only 5 minutes long, but the cutscenes are done really good. But the grind, playing the game just to get to those cutscenes is not worth it. And Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is basically Gotham Knights 2.0 with a battle pass. I don't know when it happened in 2023, but Rocksteady completely said they're redoing a lot of the games, so I got excited again. At the beginning, I was excited. Trailer came out, excited. Gameplay came out, and then they revealed the battle pass bullshit. They revealed the gameplay trailer, just shooting all these spongy enemies. It's basically the Avengers game, which did have a couple of good missions, but overall, you're in an open world, and you're just fighting spongy enemies. Nothing. It's nowhere near. None of these games are nowhere near as good as Insomniac, Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2. That is how, even though Spider-Man 2 is disappointing for me, that is still how a video game is done. Still great gameplay. and not spongy enemies. You know, you're fighting different enemies. I heard this game really doesn't have that many, you know, different enemies. You're fighting the same. But why I'm not supporting it is because, number one, I've been burned so many goddamn times. And if I want to watch, you know, the cutscenes, like, I want to know what happens in the story of this game, but I'm not going to be suffering the gameplay to get through it, because I think that's a waste of $90 when I can literally go on YouTube and I'll just watch the cutscenes for free. I wanted to support this game. I did want to buy it and give them my money. I like Rocksteady. I think the Arkham series is some of the best we have in gaming, but it's really, really, really unfortunate to see Rocksteady doing this. Imagine if Insomniac made the new Wolverine game like this. Imagine how fucking frustrated people would be. And that's how upset people are with Rocksteady, because it's this company we grew up with. Every single game they made was a banger, not one stinker. And along comes this game, and apparently Warner Brothers made them to do it. So there was a delay for a while, and I thought they were taking out the Battle Pass. They said the game's not coming out until 2024. It got delayed, and I was like, okay, maybe they're fixing shit. Maybe they're making it a good game. They have a lot more time to do that. And then the alpha test came out, and it's like a demo, and I watched it, and it's the exact same. It is the exact same. You get dropped into a world. People have been playing it for hours, and you get dropped in. You just go around, kill a bunch of spongy enemies. Cutscene, only good part of the game, and then you're back into it, and it just looks so boring and very repetitive. I think the gameplay at its core could work if it gave us different enemies. It's kind of one of those games, I don't really have to play it before I judge it. I can just look at it and be like, yep, been there, done that. It's your typical looter shooter. So I don't want people in the comments being like, well, you haven't played the game yet. I really don't have to at this point. I don't have to spend 20 hours beating the game just to tell you the gameplay is very spongy. It's very looter shooter-like. Am I saying it's not fun? No. But I could definitely see myself playing for an hour, having somewhat of a good time, and then getting bored of it. And I don't feel like suffering through all that just to get to the story. So I'll just watch the story on YouTube. And it does suck, because I have a PS5. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is my most anticipated game. I bought a whole new system just for that fucking game. Like, out of my whole life as a kid and being an adult still and being always hyped for games, I was still disappointed with Spider-Man 2. Don't get me wrong, it is great, but there's a lot of flaws, and they really stuck out. There's just nothing coming out on this next gen of systems that is making me just go, and I really, really want to play this. Which is kind of annoying, because then you kind of get stuck just going back and playing older games. So I really think something needs to happen. Like, I don't think all the pressure should be on Insomniac. Insomniac should not be the only developer putting in A+ effort, which they do. I really think the other developers need to start taking notes, because I really do think if the game industry keeps going this way, yes, we're going to have people still buying it and still supporting it, which is fine. They're having a good time. I can't get mad at them. But these battle pass systems, these open world looter shooters, why do they have to be in our superhero games? Like, why can't our superhero games just be normal stories, normal open world gameplay, or linear driven stories, which I think Suicide Squad really would have benefited from. It should just be a linear game, no open world. I will say the combat looks fun, the traversal looks fun, swapping out between all these characters looks like a good time. The game looks like a good arcadey fun time, but I just want more from Rocksteady at this point, especially waiting this long since Arkham Knight. So I don't know if there's different people working at the studio. I kind of know Infinity Ward is like that with Call of Duty. Obviously, Activision, a lot of it is just different people. It's not the same companies that we grew up with when we were kids. Same name, just different faces behind it. And it just sucks to see the way it's going. It really does break my heart from a true gamer. It does suck. I've just been watching so much movies lately. If I game, I'm either playing Modern Warfare 3 or I'm in my backlog of PS4 games. Say what you want about the PS4, but I mean, it's like the PS3, man. There's a lot of good games that I still haven't played yet. And there's nothing really coming out on the PS5 that isn't, you know, connected to online. I just want a good game like Spec Ops: The Line with a goddamn great story that just hooks me dramatically, emotionally, or just action-wise, and just have good gameplay with no pay-to-win mechanics. And this is coming from a guy that plays Call of Duty a lot. At the end of the day, I just want a good story and have fun. Suicide Squad looks fun for like a while, but I could definitely see myself getting burnt out if that is all we're going to be doing. And the cutscenes will show up and I'll get excited, but then you got to go through all that pain and suffering just to watch the story again. Not really my type of gaming. So I don't feel like giving Rocksteady my money. I was going to give it a chance. I was going to buy it when it came out, and this alpha test completely turned me off like 100%. But I will watch the cutscenes. I do want to see how the story plays out. But it's just a shitty situation to be in when we only get like 2 to 3 good games a year. And then a lot of those good games, they may be good, like Elden Ring or something like that. But those really aren't my type of games. So, I don't know. I kind of hope like a detective or another superhero movie game. Like, I really hope Wolverine doesn't drop the ball. That would be very unfortunate. Fingers crossed Insomniac is doing the best they can. Because Rocksteady is not. Especially with the gameplay. Who you're fighting, where you're fighting. The world looks so dry. It just looks boring. Which is unfortunate because people, like, why would people fucking spend $90 on this game? And if you just want to get good banter between the characters, you can just watch the movies. This may be a brand new story, but I think it's a lot to ask for $90 for the looter shooter battle pass. Like, we already have so many of these. This time, it's just a Suicide Squad. That's the only thing that makes it different. So, yet again, won't be supporting the game. If you do buy it, I'm not going to sit here and tell you no. But if you do, I hope you have, like, the best time you can with it, I guess. I just really hope superhero games in general, because this is a third one. Avengers, Gotham Knights. Avengers had a battle. It wasn't really a battle pass, but something like that. Like, their armory unlock system was kind of like a battle pass. Gotham Knights, and now this, really not a good step in the like next direction of superhero gaming. I really wish we could just go back, just have a good story, good gameplay. I'll give you $80. I don't care about the price. As long as I'm having fun and I keep going back and I can see myself playing that game again in a couple years, I'll give you my $80, no problem. But Suicide Squad is definitely not fucking worth that. Even if this game comes out for free in a couple of months, I'll still probably not play it. Just because of just how silly it is. And it just, I can see myself getting burnt out so quick. I was just doing the same shit over and over. So, that's basically all I gotta say about that. If you are gonna buy it, let me know. Hopefully, like I said, Wolverine, fingers crossed, this game is gonna be good. I'm not expecting a masterpiece. I just hope it's a good, solid video game. It would be really cool if that game was rated M, because I know the new Blade is. So we got some stuff to be looking forward to, but those games just don't have release dates yet, so it's all kind of up in the air right now. Thank you guys for watching the video. I am going to bed. I am fucking exhausted. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out.